What? What the frick? And then here we go again, back on Hinge. Maddie, really? You've stooped that low? Me and my frat brothers are throwing this party. You should come. This is the one. This is the one. Maddie, who do you think you are? Where is the self-respect? And this guy is very attractive, okay? I probably would be married by now. Why do I look like this? Hello everyone, happy Valentine's Day. Hopefully you're watching this on Valentine's Day, or maybe it's a few days later. I don't know when you're watching this, but I know this is going up on Valentine's Day, so. Ta-da! I mean, can we take a moment for the back of my head and how greasy it looks? Maybe it looks better because I brushed it, but this morning I was like, dang, it really looks like I just got out of the shower. I haven't washed my hair since last Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, so like 3 days. I thought it was like a lot longer than that. Either way, we need to wash it and we need to get ourselves together. I mean, like, dear God. No, we need positive self-talk in here. But today we're going to be getting ready all while I overshare about my boy problems slash dating life slash, yeah, that's kind of it. I think it's very fitting for, you know, the festivities going on today. Sounds like my neighbor is also taking a shower, so we'll just be taking showers together, but like not really. Okay, that's creepy. First things first, we gotta get the jams going. Obviously, I have my waterproof speaker here. Personally, I've been loving the song Don't Sleep, Repeat featuring Machine Gun Kelly and I don't know, it's like 44 Phantom. I don't know, I discovered this on a Valentine's Day playlist and it's kind of a bop. The mic was not on whenever I was saying that, but I said that my freaking chin. Whenever I got out of the shower, it was like all red. It's a lot better than it was. It's this brand. I thought we were good, but it's my face has never reacted that way before. Did I use anything else? I didn't use anything new. What? All right, moving on, I guess. Okay, it's cleared up a little bit. I think we're just gonna ignore it. But my face is so insanely dry. It's absolutely insane. Maybe that was the problem. If you guys are like wanting products and everything, I'll like put them on the screen as I am using it, but I'm not gonna like go into detail about it because this isn't a video about the makeup that I'm using. This is me just rambling on about my boy problems. I guess we'll go ahead and dive right into all of this. As you guys know, I have been single for, or if you don't know, newsflash, I've been single for almost 5 years. I say almost 5 years, but it'll be 5 years in like September or August. I haven't been in a relationship since the one that I was in at the beginning of college. I'm kind of glad that I never got into a relationship like after the last one that I had, like being in college, just because, I don't know, I feel like I wouldn't have had the same experience in college had I been dating someone. I mean, who knows, maybe it would have been different, but you know, I feel like everything's supposed to happen for a reason. The guy that I was dating back then, this is also another fun fact, he's now married, which is crazy. I'm really happy for him, like he seems very happy and everything. Because I'm just thinking like, damn, if like that would have worked out, I probably would be married by now. What the frick? Moving on past that, my whole dating situation in college was so weird. I mean, like after that, I wasn't wanting to date anyone after that. I tried to, but I could not get in the right mindset because I was still like, I guess in a sense grieving over that last relationship, and I was like, I can't like give someone my 100% yet. My junior year, like I really wasn't doing much. I was just kind of like, there were some crushes here and there, but like I wasn't ever really talking to guys and I wasn't going on dates. But also I feel like college men never ask girls out on dates. It's like, yo, you want to go to my date party? Me and my frat brothers are throwing this party. You should come. Not anything more than that. And I was not wanting anything to do with that because hookup culture is not my thing. Never has, never will be. I think the very first date that I went on in college was with one of my good friends actually now, but like we're better off as friends and like we're still friends to this day. So even then, like, I mean, I count them as dates for sure. Like we served on the same like church team and everything. Now we're just good friends. I'm trying to like paint y'all a picture of my past dating life just to kind of give y'all like, you know, background information of everything. After that, there really wasn't anyone after him that I was like seriously interested in, and if I was, like nothing came out of it, or like I never said anything. It was just like a fantasy world in my head, like, oh my gosh, I love this guy, but like not really, because like I never actually spoke to him. And then fast forward to senior year, I actually met this guy who I met through his brother, because his brother lived next door to me. It's a very weird situation, but we met through that, and we kind of talked off and on for a while, but literally for 8 months. Like when I say a while, I mean a while. I think it was from like January of my senior year through July of whenever I moved here first to Dallas. Like a long time. Okay, so not 8 months. Not 8 months. That's 7 months. And I don't know why I dragged that on as long as I did, because this man literally said, I'm not wanting a relationship. And I'm over here like, I can change that. Maddie, who do you think you are? Where is the self-respect? There was none. And I don't know what it was. I think I just really liked the chase. No, I don't think. I know I just liked the chase. And in that moment, that's like all that I was like focusing on. He was fun, but looking back on it, I'm like, that would have never worked out. We got along great and whatever, but I don't think it would have been anything long-term if like anyone even allowed it to be. Everything happens for a reason. You know what I mean? But my point to that is I was like loving the chase, because it was a very back and forth. Like it made my life somewhat interesting, because it was like, oh, am I gonna talk to him this month or am I not? It was really a whole gambling thing, and it's so bad, because I mean there was like a whole month where we never even spoke to each other, and then the next month where he'd come back around, I'm like, yes. If you were in that kind of situation or you were tolerating that, oh my God, say goodbye. Never speak to that person ever again. I'm telling you that right now. And you probably know it subconsciously, but you're like, no, this is fun. I get it, but save yourself some heartache. My makeup is not looking good today. Like, what am I doing? Yeah, I let that go on for a super long time. And there was also this guy here in Dallas that I had met like several months prior to me moving here. And we weren't talking or anything, but we were like kept in touch because he had moved here to Dallas and like he knew that I was moving here. We hung out a few times. We never went on like a date. I think we went on like a double date. But I think in that moment, like my head was still caught up in the other guy that I was talking to my last semester of college. Not that I still like was talking to him, but because my head was still like, oh, well, what if he comes back? You know, it's so stupid. But also, like I said, I like the chase. And this one guy, I knew for a fact that if I were to go any further, like with him and like actually progress in it, it would turn into a relationship, and that scared me so bad. And this is when I learned that I am an avoidant, like I have severe avoidant tendencies. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I read a book called Attached, where there's like different attachment styles. There's like the anxious attachment style, avoidant, and then the secure. There's like other ones too, but those are like the main three. My avoidant tendencies is like I fear people getting too close to me, fear of whenever I am in a relationship that I'm going to lose my independence. Y'all know I'm a very independent person. And so I feel like in my last relationship, my independence was taken from me, and I don't want my next relationship to be anything like that. And so that's why I'm scared of that intimacy because of past relationships that I was in. And not to like place blame on people. I mean, obviously it's something that I need to work on myself, which I have, but I didn't really realize it at the time. And I had told him, I was like, the guy who could have possibly been like a serious relationship, I was like, listen, like I always tend to like run from things, blah, 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 blah. I mean, like, I don't know, at least I was like honest with him, I guess. I wasn't like fully healed to like be in a relationship. And it took me to realize, it took telling him, that person, that to really accept it and realize it. Because at that point, I had never even said that out loud. Like I had never like fully admitted it. But I did in that moment, and that was like probably one of the hardest things I'd ever have to do. Literally, because I had texted and I was like, hey, can we talk? Because I was just so in my head about it all, and that's when I knew I was like, I need to like break this off so I don't like lead him on. And before we were going to talk, I was having the biggest panic attack ever. Like I was almost in tears. I don't know how I kept myself together, but I did. Because like I don't know, it was just like a lot of emotions flowing all at once. So that ended. And we didn't really talk for a while. I actually stopped talking to guys as a whole in that moment because I knew that if I were to talk to anyone else, like I would hurt someone, because I knew I wasn't like, again, fully healed from everything that had been going on in my past relationships, which sucks. But you know what? We love self-growth. The first step to it is accepting, admitting your problem, and then working on it, figuring out what step you need to take first to fix it. I stopped talking to guys from like July until, let's see, like December. So I guess it's like just a few months. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna download Hinge. I'm gonna see just like what it is to go out on dates and stuff. I went on a date. This would be my first one since the last one that I went on my junior year of college. So it's like the first one in 2 years, which is a long time, I feel like just a date in general, because the guy that I talked to senior year never took me out on a date. Why was that not a big red flag in and of itself? I mean, there's so many red flags that I ignored, so I don't even know why I'm trying to. Anyways, so yeah, I went on a date with this guy. He was so sweet. We went to the aquarium. It was actually like a really fun time. And then the next date we went on, it was like a surprise, and it was painting with a twist, which is so freaking cute and fun. Like, we had a really good time. Like, he was really fun to hang out with. I wasn't vibing with it. Like, he was fun, but like in a friendly way and nothing more than that. And so I had ended that like after the second date, because again, like, I'm not trying to lead people on. And then I went on a date with this other guy. We went to Six Flags. We did an escape room. We did like putt-putt, like mini golf. Like, we did a lot of like fun little dates. And again, like, I don't know what it was. He was so fun. I still just couldn't, like, I wasn't like attracted to him, I guess, which sounds so bad, but like, I'm like, I can't force attraction, you know? And so I had to break that off too. And I was like, you know what? Screw this. And then here we go again, back on Hinge, stupid dating apps, and I find this guy and I'm like, oh, this man is so insanely attractive. I'm like, this is actually like, this is the one. And so I'm going through his profile and he has a picture of this little girl on there. I'm like, you know what? Maybe he's just a really proud uncle. And so we go on this date, and you know, one of the first things that he says is that he is a dad. And so that girl on his profile is his daughter. I don't know if I would ever date someone with a kid. Like, I don't know if I could ever take on that responsibility. Not that they would be asking me to be their mom in that moment, but to also have to deal with the actual baby mom. I don't know if I could handle that. Because like, that mom will forever be in my life, like in my relationship. But I was like, you know what? Maybe this is something I could work with, because I really liked this guy. Like, I don't know what it was. It was like in a span of 2 weeks, I was like, this is the one. But he met my grandma. He went to dinner with us once. Like, I was like, wow, this is actually working out. Like, I felt so happy around him. I love being around him. I met all of his friends. His friends were super fun. And like, we had the same like morals and like, I guess like values, I guess. And then it randomly ended on honestly, like a year ago today. I was honestly so heartbroken. I was so upset. And here's the thing, I think I like painted a lot of it in my head, because it's like, realistically, would I have really dated this guy with a daughter? Because at one point I was about to like go meet his daughter with like the baby mama there. Yeah, no, let me fast forward to another guy that I went on a date with. And this guy is very attractive, okay? This is so bad of me, and I'm going to admit it. Like, this is me judging. I'm like, you know what? We're gonna go into this. He's gonna be like the biggest douchebag, the biggest asshole, just based on his looks. That was nothing else that I was basing it off of. I'm like, dang, Maddie, really? You've stooped that low? But it was actually a really fun date. We had just gone out to dinner. Where else did we go? No, we had just gone out to dinner. And then I had to go home because he was like moving the next day or something. We went on another date. I forget where. Ended up going to like a mini golf thing, but everything was closed. So we were just playing like ping pong or the cornhole, some sort of games that they had. It was actually really fun too. I wasn't sure if I was vibing with it. I was hesitant by it, but like, again, we had only been on like 2 dates. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep trying it out. We went to a drive-through zoo once, which was actually a lot of fun. I met his friends, he met mine. We kind of stopped talking for a while. Like, it was a very mutual like break off. It's because he kept asking me to like meet him out and stuff, and I kept blowing him off. I don't know why I did. I just did. I have problems, I guess. So we kind of stopped talking, but then we started talking again over the summer, and we hung out then. He had ended things like on a very nice note. Like, we're still friends, we still talk. Oh, backtrack. Let's rewind. Whenever I was going on dates with the guy with the daughter, I was in the middle of 75 Hard, and one of the rules for 75 Hard is that you need to read 10 pages of a like self-improvement book. And so that's what I was reading, the book Attached, which taught me about my different attachment styles. So on from the course of like January, February, I was learning a lot about why I react the way that I do whenever someone is potentially getting close to me. I was able to like recognize my actions and why I would be reacting a certain way and be able to override that feeling of fear, because I knew it was like my avoidant tendency, not just like me thinking that I don't like them. Does that make sense? There's a whole lot to that book. I definitely recommend it. I'll link it down below. It's a really good book that I think everyone should read, just so they are able to learn more about themselves and how they are in relationships. Whether you're single or in a relationship, I think it's something everyone should read, because if you and your partner, say you're in a relationship, if you and your partner both read and y'all are learning about each other's attachment styles, y'all are able to love each other better. Because being in a relationship with an avoidant can be really difficult. Like, you can feel them like pulling away, and it makes you want to chase them. When anything, if you know how avoidants react, if you're trying to chase them and figure out why they're pulling away, it's just going to make the avoidant go away even more. So you need to give them space, but you wouldn't know that if you didn't read the book. You know what I'm saying? So it really just helps you learn more about your partner. And that's just one of many examples. I think that's something that like everyone should definitely read. It's an easy read too, and it's interactive. Like, there's like quizzes that you take and stuff. It's actually really cool. But no, I've done a lot of like self-reflection and just like trying to better myself as a person when it comes to dating and relationships. I kind of took a break again from the summer of like from August until this past December. I really wasn't talking to anyone. I was just kind of like doing my own thing. And then I had started, I guess, talking to a guy from the past, from a year ago, thinking maybe we could rekindle things, because I'm over here thinking like, okay, you know what? Like, I've truthfully like come a really long way when it comes to, you know, me running from potentially good things. I was like, we're gonna try and give this another shot, whatever. And I thought we were both on the same page. Like, I thought like everything was good. And I even talked to my friends about it, and one was like, do you think like you're gonna end up like being with this guy? And I told her, I was like, absolutely. Like, I would be so shocked if this didn't end up working out this time. And well, lo and behold, it did not end up working out. And I still don't know why. I thought we were on the same page, and I was just wanting to have like a conversation with him and make sure we were on the same page, because things have been miscommunicated in the past. And so I wanted to meet up with him in person. I never got a response back really at all after I had said like, I could potentially see like a future with you. Like, I want to like see like your thoughts on all of this. And I have yet to hear from him. I don't know what it was, but I was so just torn apart. This happened this past January. This was the start of the new year. I was shattered. And I don't know why it hit me so hard. We had history in the past. And so I'm just like thinking like, oh, we've known each other for this long. Like, he was like the one person that I felt so comfortable with to just like open up to and not feel like ashamed about. When it came to dating, like, I was just like, you know, being my honest, true self. And like, we had fun together. I thought like all of our conversations were like really, really good. And then I was just like completely ghosted. I don't think I've ever cried so much in my entire life than that week. Like, I was down so bad. Like, when I tell you, I was online searching for therapists to like talk to. I'm a lot better now, for sure. Like, I'm still kind of just like wondering about it all. Like, I have so many questions I know I'm never gonna get the answer to. Maybe, I guess that was for the best. Like, we have already tried so many times and it hasn't worked. So I think that's probably a sign in itself that you're like, maybe that's not the person for me, you know? It's like, if there's so much miscommunication or confusion with one person and it has never once worked out, like, why do you think it would work out later on, you know? Moving on from that, I'm kind of just trying to do my own thing. If someone comes around, they do. But here's one thing. If there is any slight indication that you don't see this moving any forward, what did I just say? If you don't see a relationship progressing on your end, do not keep dragging them along. I know that conversation might be hard. If you don't see it happening, tell the person right then and there, like, hey, listen, like, you're a good, like, love hanging out with you. Maybe you don't like hanging out with them. Maybe just be like, listen, I don't think this is gonna work out. But at least be honest. It's the least anyone could do. I think ghosting is the most immature thing I think anyone should do. I mean, like, where's the communication in that? But I feel like everyone deserves some sort of explanation as to why they don't want to continue dating, you know? I don't understand where the logic is in just like not saying a word. And honestly, there's a lot of guys that I have like made friends from, like just like going on dates with them and like not making it anything romantic. Like I'm still friends with guys that I've talked to, and like there's some of my best guy friends, or not like best guy friends, but guys that I would go to like talk to about like literally anything. But yeah, that is my dating story. I always get questions like, what is the worst date you've ever been on? I really haven't been on like a bad date, which I guess thank God, but all my dates have actually been pretty fun. I need to fix these lashes. These are freaking whack. All right, did my hair, we're ready for the day. And that is kind of all that I needed to spill and overshare. But anyways, that is the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you're not subscribed, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss another video of mine, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!